Morning, everyone. I'm going to do a quick check-in this week to look at a little further how to record an effective presentation for your submission of your paper that is due later in the semester. I want to highlight really quickly, though, the new course content section should be now open under week 8. So week 8 talks about stage fright and public speaking. So this presentation example coincides with our topic of the week. So you'll have the lecture at the beginning, and then there's a really interesting TED Talk that you'll find here to look into stage fright and why people get afraid to speak in front of people. And I think it'll help you as you move on throughout your career. There's a survey here. It's not going to be graded just like the other time. But please make sure you take it, and then a discussion board, of course, for this week's module. So let's look at, in a little more detail, how to do an effective presentation for your APA paper. If you'll go to week 4, there's some great information in here about what to use for your presentation. And recording can be difficult. You can do it on, of course, PowerPoint, and a lot of people do that, which if you have, if you have a want to do it that way, that's fine. But I use an easy download called Screencast-O-Matic, and I'm actually recording on that right now. So if you click on that link, it'll take you to the website where you can download this free Screencast-O-Matic, and it only allows you to do a 15-minute presentation for free, which your presentation should only be less than 5 minutes. So don't worry too much about going over that time period. Look further regarding the research assignment. So when you upload the paper, and the link will be open in the next few weeks where you can upload your paper, you want to upload your video at the same time so you don't have 2 different uploads. But if you run into issues, just let me know. Send me an email. You can send it to me via email. We'll just go about it that way. So don't feel like if you make a mistake there, it's kind of a crash ending by any means. Another thing I want to highlight, I'm more than happy to read over your research paper before you submit it. And a lot of people have already taken me up on this. I will guarantee you, if you make the changes that I suggest, you'll get 100 on the paper at the end of the submission. If you do not turn it in to me, I'm going to repeat, if you do not turn it in to me and you don't make changes and you submit something that's off basis from what I'm looking for, then you're not going to get a good grade. So opportunities to succeed in this big submission. So take advantage of me. Send me emails. I'm happy to review. You can send me an unlimited amount of emails to look at your paper. It's not that difficult once you make the changes, and then, finish it early. A lot of people have already finished this assignment, and I really appreciate that. Those who work hard and work early on assignments usually do better in the long run. So you have, tons of resources in the amount of course content material that I've shared in week 4 and 5. So you have your APA's 7th edition resources in week 5, and in week 4 we talk further about APA in general. So a lot of you have already done everything that you need to do to submit this final product. So this message is not to those people. It's for the people that have not started yet. So I really recommend you doing a little more work beyond what you submitted for your homework, which was in some cases not a final product. So do the best you can to make it easy on yourself. Lastly, there was a couple of errors in the course schedule, and I recognize that. So, I worked with you to give you an opportunity to do 1 extra credit, and then 2, I got rid of a few homework assignments. So you might see the course changed a little bit, and that's updated in the course schedule. So take a look at that when you have time. And then be sure to really take your time in reviewing the course content. So when I open a new module, I can tell when people open things versus when they don't, because it sends me a report. Most of you are really reading the material, and I appreciate that, but there are some of you that are not. and that's really going to be difficult for you when we get to our final exam. So take advantage of the time that you have to review material and do the best you can. So I really think this week's material is super interesting. Take advantage of it. Get to a point where you understand what stage fright is and how to overcome it. And then if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help in any way I can. That should be it. Again, you have a discussion board this week. Make sure you post by Wednesday at midnight. I've not really been holding people to that to the extreme, but make sure you post your initial discussion post by Wednesday at midnight, and then your follow-up post by Sunday at midnight. I appreciate all your hard work, and let me know if you need anything along the way.